This video is going to take a look at how to use video as another mode to providing feedback to students. So we're going to specifically look at Screencastify, Loom, and Hangouts in Google Meet as avenues to provide video feedback. So Screencastify and Loom are Chrome extensions. They sit right up here on your toolbar, and you can get them from the Chrome Web Store. First, let's look at Screencastify. You could be in Google Classroom and you could open a student's work. So here's one assigned. And after looking at the assignment, I could give feedback obviously through private comments, or there's audio feedback, which I touch upon on a different video. But if you wanted to use video, you could come up here to the Screencastify extension. When you click on that, it opens it up. And it allows you to either record your desktop, browser tab, or just the webcam. I am going to go with the desktop, and then I'm going to click Show More Options. You want to make sure you click Show More Options because this gives you the opportunity to make sure the drawing tools is selected. This is a nice little feature that you may want to use. Once you have everything set, you're going to click Record, pick the screen you want to record, and click Share. It gives me my countdown, and then I can go in and I can give my feedback about this piece of work. I can highlight sections that I'm talking about, and down here it gives you some choices for your mouse. You can select it where it highlights only the parts that you are talking about or that you're focusing on. You can also change your cursor so every time you click, that place is highlighted so they know exactly where you want them to focus. Another nice tool is the drawing tool. So here you can click your color and it's a little pencil. So if you wanted to highlight certain sections or talk about certain features of their writing, you can go ahead and annotate right over it. Here's the eraser. And when you're done recording, you're just going to click Stop Sharing. Now the nice thing about Screencastify is that it will automatically save it to your Google Drive, but it gives you many more options. You can share it directly to Classroom, you can publish it to YouTube, embed it, download it as an MP4, export it as audio only. So there's many choices on how you could share this. If you're going to share it from Google Drive, you're going to want to make sure you check the permissions. Do you want it private, only you can view? Or do you want it unlisted or public? So you have some options there for protection. In addition, Screencastify allows you to trim your video. So if there was a part at the beginning or the end that I didn't want, I can go in and I can trim it. So if I'm going to go share this feedback with my student, I could do it multiple ways. I could share it through Classroom. I could share just the link. I'm going to share it to Classroom. And the nice thing about Classroom is when I share this back to the student, I can pick the class that the student is in. I'm going to share it as a material, click Go. And the nice thing is when I go to assign this, I can assign it to that specific student versus everybody. I only have one student in this class, so it looks like everybody, but I can single out which students I want to see that feedback. Of course, I'll rename it because it defaults with an untitled and date and time. I select the student I want it to go to and then post. But I could also have emailed the link to that student or posted the link as a private comment to that assignment. So if I went back to the assignment, I could open this up and put the link to the video right here. So multiple ways to share. So that's Screencastify. Loom is also a Chrome extension. It sits up here on your toolbar and is available from the Chrome Web Store. I can do the same type of thing with Loom by opening it up. Once I have the student's work up, it gives me the choice of the full desktop, the screen only, camera only. I'm going to leave it as it is, and then all I'm going to do is click Start Recording. Again, choose the screen. It'll give me the countdown. So here I have the student's work open again. I'm doing my recording. I can highlight things. I can type on my document. I can actually move through different tabs if I needed to. And then when I'm all done, I click Stop Sharing. And I can go back and share this link with my student through their email, through Google Classroom, and then I can set the permissions here. So I can share it with only certain people, I can make it public, and it also has an added layer of security. You can add a password to the video, so even though people may have the link, they would also need the password to view it. This also gives you the trim option, just like Screencastify. And the only major difference is this does not save directly to your Google Drive. You could save it to your Google Drive, you would just need to download the video and then upload it to your drive. It does house all your videos within Loom though. So this is a nice way to come back and see all the videos you've created or received from somebody else in one spot. So you can just log back into Loom and you'll see it. Loom also has a desktop application that has a few additional features like a drawing tool. I typically use the extensions that just sit up here in my browser. Last, there's Google Meet, and all you would do is create a Google Meet or Hangout. So to do that, I would come over to my waffle, I would scroll down till I find Meet, I'd open that up, start a meeting, name it, join, and maybe I want to have a group of students and talk about feedback. So maybe I invite them to this Meet and we're all discussing this piece of work together. I can record it by clicking the little snowman and clicking Record Meeting. Except you'll see in the left hand that this is being recorded. And if I've invited other participants to come in and see and contribute to this feedback session, they would be able to come in and talk via the chat or the microphone. So once I have the students' work open, I'm going to want to make sure I share my screen. So I'm going to click Present Now. My entire screen, click, and share. So as I'm presenting, my screen will be shared with anybody else that's watching this, plus it will be shared in the recording. So again, I could have a group of students come in and we could be peer editing this piece of work for the student. I could then stop sharing, stop recording. With Meet, it will automatically take that recording and save it to my Google Drive in a folder called Meet. And then I can share that video out just like my others, either through Classroom, through an email, through a link, multiple ways to get that to students. Hopefully, these tools might help you give feedback to your students in a different format beyond text. Thanks so much. Have a good one.